This is Lorenzo Galelli. I'm a product manager at Veritas looking after NetBackup Resiliency. And today I'd like to talk to you about a new integrated feature with NetBackup and Resiliency Platform, which is the ability to provide multi-service level objective for your mission critical workloads. So what is multi-service level objective? Well, actually, most applications typically need to be protected through backup, either for recovery or application consistency, but also for things like data retention, compliance, and also recovery purposes. The real benefit of the multi-service level objective is the ability to merge both the backup and also replication, and really allowing you to provide multiple recovery point objectives, or better termed as service level objective, which also incorporates the recovery time objective, or RTO. This is equally important when it comes to recovery, as some applications need to be recovered faster than others, and with the need to ensure business operations are up and running to service the end users. So with that, let's delve into the demonstration and really preview how we can provide this capability with NetBackup Resiliency. So here we can see the dashboard of the Resiliency platform. The first thing we'll do is we'll go into service objectives, where we'll have various objectives already defined. There's also some pre-built definitions that you can use straight away. We can see one here for a recovery point objective for both backup and also for replication. But we'll actually go through the process of creating that service objective now by going into templates and then looking for the multi-RPO recovery for hosts. What we then do is activate it. Once we activate it, we can then go through the requirements that we have. So this example here, we're going to add the copy requirement for the RPO and then stipulate the monitoring cycle that we'll use to ensure that we are within a certain recovery point objective time frame. So here we'll select 4 hours. We're validating the technology, and NetBackup will be used for the purpose of this service level objective. We'll then also add the replication recovery point objective with a 5-minute RPO. And again, we can validate that and ensure that we're using the relevant replication technology. So once we've done that, we then provide a name for the service level objective, and then we can also apply a rank in relation to the type of service objective that we wish to apply for the various resiliency groups. In the demonstration, we're going to use one of the predefined recovery point objectives for the various workloads that we'll look at. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at the various resiliency groups which have been created. Here there's a bunch of resiliency groups that we can see. We'll look for the multi-SLO ones which we've already created, and essentially there's a wizard which will guide through the process of adding protected workloads into this environment. And what we see straight away is the different service level objectives that have applied to this workload. So we can see straight away that in New York the various replication is currently up to date, and we can also see the backup jobs which are resident within inside that environment as well. So here we can see the replication, currently no lag on this current workload, and as we look at the backup information in relation to what's being protected, we can see the various workloads which are being replicated via NetBackup Air between the two sites. So here we can see the latest image which is available to us when we wish to actually go through that recovery process. Also in the service level objective window, we can see the recovery readiness. A rehearsal's already been carried out, so confidence is quite high in relation to the systems which are being tested. We haven't tested the recovery readiness yet for the resiliency data mover technology. And again, we can see the various activities which have been run in relation to the last rehearsal and also the relevant cleanup operation regarding that. So as we look to carry out an operation, here we're going to carry out a rehearsal at the disaster recovery site. We can choose the various data mover technology, so either the replication or the backup images. And here, if we select the backup image, we can actually use the latest image, which is there. We can also look for a time range. And here we can look back, 24, 96 hours, whatever it is that we have. And then on the drop down point and recovery window, you can see information about those backup images which are available, and also some additional information such as whether or not we've tested the images with previous rehearsal runs or recovery from the environment as well. So typically here you'd select the relevant image that you want to test the rehearsal against. And then you can also do the similar operation with the replication technology, which is available as well. And then once we've selected the relevant technology, click on submit. And then we get information about the various options for replication. There's some warnings in relation to, making sure that you don't carry out any storage vMotion tasks during the operation itself. We track the configuration and just ensure that we're using the relevant paths for recovery. So if we look at the activities, you have a choice there of going to hyperlink into activities, or we can look at the activities view itself. And here we can see the relevant tasks which are now going to be carried out. There'll be a running order in relation to those operations. And here, if we look at the example for the rehearsal for the NetBackup image and click on the details of this, we'll see the various stages which are being carried out. And we can also look at the various tasks which are being carried out as well. So here we'll have information about the adding of the various virtual machine in the ESXi cluster, as well as starting the virtual machine, as well as network personalization as well. So we can modify the IP address and DNS updates when we instigate the rehearsal, and also migration or failover of those systems in the environment. So with that, I'll stop the demonstration. Hopefully it's given you some insight into the abilities that multi-service level objective gives you. You have that flexibility on recovery, so you can choose either a backup or replication technology in the event of a disaster or for testing purposes. So thank you again for your time today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please look out for more NetBackup Resiliency videos, and thank you again for your time.